Miss me?
The first movie was really contained. It was, very few locations. It was a pretty small world showing just this very tight dynamic between these mostly 3 people.
Boring!
Well, not all people, but 2 people and one machine.
Who?
And honestly, the magic trick of this movie is that you can take the tone and the characters of the first one and move it into an action movie, and it still is fun and works as long as everyone's still committed to telling the whole story and telling the emotional truth of it all.
If you say so.
So yeah, I mean, she didn't know Aikido in the first movie.
And you didn't have you done a big fight scene like that actually before?
No, never.
So there you go. That was your first
a lot of firsts for this one.
There you go.
And M3gan had fight scenes. No one fought back in the first one.
That's true.
No one was silly enough to do that.
Time to wrap it up, okay?
She's gotten an upgrade on her outfit. She's been amassing a whole closet in the lair.
Oh yeah,
during these
she's got
years.
everything.
She's changed a lot. She's bigger.
Yes.
She has more. Physically, the animatronic has more mobility in her torso.
Are you surprised?
Yeah, she just has much more she can turn her neck and her head in many more specific ways.
She can
You're
do
getting
a lot
freaked out.
more
while we're
things,
talking.
actually. She can do so many. And in the movie, she can fly now, If she could do that in real life.
Yeah, she's incredible. Honestly, it's she's always been a very unsettling scene partner because of how human she is, but this movie, it just went up
Oh yeah. No,
quite a
gotta
lot.
get used to it.
Yeah.
Wow, for a meat sack, you can talk a lot.
By talking about it every day for this whole month.
Yes, going to the
Celebrating Pride by
premiere.
talking about her every day.
Yeah, I've
I'm
seen posters of her, quite a few actually.
I haven't seen any yet, not in person. I'm getting a lot of photos from people, but
I went to the mall yesterday and they had screens and it would just say, "Miss me?" and it was her and she was literally everywhere.
And you're like, I do miss you.
I do miss you.
I know, we
miss
do.
you.
We love her. It's so fun to have time together, the 3 of us.
Time to wrap it up, okay?
Oh my God, Ivana
Anna's amazing.
Unreal. She's
so pretty.
First of all, yeah, she's really pretty, and also just so nice and warm and loving and
Great vibes from her.
and full of empathy. And then as this robot, she is at times ruthless, totally a mercenary, and just has is just deadly, and then also filled her with so much pathos that you end up feeling things for this robot that, like M3gan, you don't know that you can, emotions that you don't think would be conjured by an interaction with her. And that's all thanks to the power of Ivana's performance. And often she would be brought to tears playing Amelia, and just
perfect.
Yeah, which is
she
perfect.
was Amelia.
Except we had to CGI the tears away because robots can't cry. But that's how aligned she was with what Amelia was going through. I mean, her performance, and that is setting aside all of the physical things that she had to do in this performance, which were insane. And she learned all of them, and she was a total badass. And it doesn't maybe look like it from the outside, but those costumes were not easy to move around in, and she just killed it.
She did amazing.
Yeah.
The technology for M3gan was so impressive that it just felt like, that there would be so many invested interests and sometimes nefarious interests that could be after a technology like this. So it just felt like it lended itself to maybe crossing over into, the military and, foreign nations going at each other. It's AI is like the new nuclear arms race. So, when you think about some of the kind of the big global themes, it feels like it's a movie that has to play out on a bigger canvas. She's been sitting silently, watching from the sidelines as Gemma continues trying to be a parent to Katie, silently watching and judging, and just waiting for the right moment for when, the right moment would arise when Gemma would realize, hey, maybe I made a mistake and maybe I, cut M3gan off a little bit shorter than she deserved. And so obviously, when Amelia comes out, it just and it appears that she's developed from Megan's own code, yet she doesn't seem to have a moral code. It gives Megan a really great opportunity to kind of like appeal to Gemma and say, hey, maybe you want to put me back in a body. But at the same time, Gemma's not sure whether or not she can trust her. So, we end up in the situation where we're just not sure if we can trust Megan or not. They're very passionate collaborators, and they all care about making something that's really great, that's going to stand the test of time. They're also very, experienced at making this kind of genre. They've worked on enough films to kind of like know what works. At the same time, they're also just very, they've been very trusting, and they like what I bring to the table. It's something a little bit different than I think a lot of the horror films they're used to making, which are more traditional horror. These films, they're a little bit more kind of subverted and skew comedy, but rather than shying away from that, they sort of love it. And James, especially has always been very supportive, and that they were trying to find scripts for us to collaborate on. For a long time, and when Megan came along, it was the first one I thought, wow, this is a really great concept, and it really resonated with me, and so it's been awesome to see it resonate with other people too. She takes her role as producer very seriously. She's at every single production meeting, and she's there like trying to solve problems and do what she can, and sometimes when you're working on a movie that it is like a series of really big problems that need to get solved, and so sometimes having another brain, especially one like Alison's, is really helpful. So yeah, she's been great, and she's also a really great performer, and when she shows up to see it, she shows up as an actress, and she's able to switch between those modes pretty well, and I'm really proud of the performance that she gives in this movie. I think it's some of the best work she's ever done, and she's we've sort of pushed her into territory that people haven't really seen her operate in. Like, this is a full-blown action movie, and she really steps up to the plate.